So what's up, men and women? I hope you had a great day. I had a normal day, pretty average day if you know what I mean. So today we are gonna react to your life as a medieval knight. Seems pretty cool to me though, not gonna lie, seems pretty cool to me. So let's react. By the way, I find that back then it was badass. Imagine you with a whole armor, fucking badass sword, fucking long as fucking shing shing shing, fucking badass, bro. Shit, fucking badass. I'm telling you that it was maybe really dangerous and really scary to do and shit, and you had to have a lot of balls. But I'm telling you, it was badass. Like actually, like today it's like, pew pew pew, boom 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 boom, grr, grr. The man, you know, back then you had like you needed to train with the sword, you know, you needed to have some skill. Now it's just fucking boom, dead, one bullet, one shot. Let's start in it.
Becoming a knight
Oh wait, sounds good.
begins early,
Yeah,
but
sounds
not
good.
that early, often at age 7. You leave home to serve as a page at a local lord's castle. This isn't an adventure, it's a grueling initiation into servitude. As a page, you are at the beck and call of everyone above you, which means spending long days assisting with household tasks, running errands, serving meals, and sometimes cleaning up after the animals. You learn discipline, obedience, and to serve without question, as any mistake can be met with swift punishment.
Shit.
Alongside these menial duties, you start basic combat training. Wooden swords may sound harmless, but bruises and injuries are common. You also need to learn
Damn.
skills like reading.
Imagine all of that as a little boy. You just spawned. You're like 8 years, 10 years, and you have to do all of this. People are beating you with a wooden sword. you have to learn from it, or you're getting more and more beaten. Holy shit. You have to do what they say. I mean, that's kind of today too. If your parents saying something, you do it. I mean, for me it works like that. Like when I was little, it was like your parents ask you something. There is no no. You cannot say no. You just do it, and that's it. You shut the fuck up and go do it, right? But yeah, that's crazy, bro. You just get beaten by a wooden sword until you fucking learn how to dodge and shit.
Writing, and sometimes Latin. As a page, education is not always guaranteed, as knights from wealthy families were more likely to receive formal education. If you come from higher status, you might have a tutor. Otherwise, you rely on scribes for written communication. Ultimately, knighthood is about serving and surviving, not studying. Life as a page is about discipline, service, and hard lessons. The work is exhausting and often thankless, but it sets the foundation for your next step, becoming a squire. By around age 14, you move from household chores to the physically exhausting training of a soldier. You're assigned to a knight, and your job is to serve him in every way possible.
At 14, you kind of a warrior? Like, you're not a real warrior, but look, you're kind of a warrior. That's crazy. Because if you think about it, now at 18, you need to get a job and work. There, at 14, you were ready to fight. Like, kind of, you know, you had to serve a knight and shit, like a real warrior. That's crazy.
Riding a warhorse isn't a relaxing stroll. These animals are massive and powerful. Controlling one in battle requires strength and skill. You fall, you get back up. You fall again, you're expected to keep trying, regardless of the bruises.
Damn.
Your duties also include maintaining your...
Imagine, that was just a lesson. Like, no matter how much you fail, you have to get up again and again and again. Imagine, they learn that since fucking little. Because some people know that and they're like later fucking 18, 17, 16, fucking... Some people even never know it. They fail and they're like, ah, this shit, I'm not doing this again. Bro, they're from young on, they know if you fail, you have to go again, and again, and you have to master it. If you don't master it, well, you fucked. Bro, you have to. You just have no choice else than master it and not give up. That's crazy.
knight's equipment. Polishing armor isn't about aesthetics. Any defect could cost lives in battle. The armor is heavy and requires constant care. You spend countless hours sharpening weapons and carrying them. Your knight's life rests in your hands. Failure could mean death for him and severe punishment for you. You also have to accompany your knight to battles or tournaments.
Shit.
If he's injured or knocked down, you're the one who has to rush in and help.
At
Imagine
14.
running into the chaos of a battlefield to pull up a man clad in armor while arrows fly and swords clash. It's dangerous, and there's no room for hesitation. A squire's life is one of constant fatigue, overwhelming responsibility, and very little recognition.
At 14. Bro, that's crazy. At 14, all this, bro, that's crazy. Because if you think about it, kids today are 14, what do? Chill all day, play some video games at home, they're at school, some of them don't even fucking study right, and they go through their years. What the fuck? They don't do shit, they just chill all day. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then, bro, at 14, you risk it your life at a combat for saving your knight. It's crazy.
At around 21, after years of exhausting training and grueling service, you're finally ready to become a knight.
21!
But what exactly
Shit.
prompts this promotion? There are a few common catalysts for knighthood. Often, it's simply reaching the right age and being deemed ready by your superiors. Other times, a knight is made on the battlefield as a reward for extraordinary valor. Political reasons also play a part. Sometimes a noble knight or king knights young men out of favor or as a political maneuver.
So being a knight was a dream? You had to do all of this to succeed to that? So being a a knight, kind of being a warrior and like dying at combat back then, at like your whole life, you want to be a knight so you can combat like in fights and like might just lose your life to it or not. Like you don't give a shit. You just live for fighting. That's crazy. That's some badass shit. That's crazy, by the way. Shit.
Gain loyalty or strengthen alliances. Special ceremonies like royal weddings or coronations were also opportunities for mass knighthood, where many squires might be knighted at once, giving the event extra prestige. The knighting ceremony itself might seem glorious, but don't be fooled. The night before, you're expected to fast and pray in solitude, reflecting on the heavy duties you're about to take on. This isn't a moment of pure joy. It's a solemn acknowledgement that your life now belongs to others. With the title of knight comes prestige, but also the expectation that you will lay down your life if needed. Your lord commands you, and refusal is not an option. You're bound by oath to defend his interests, the realm, and God, often at the cost of your own safety and comfort. From this moment, every decision you
Imagine, because he's at the service of a dude as a knight. Imagine the dude is just the dumbest dumb fuck ever. Your life is in his balance and you say, go fight there. And it's like fucking 10 dudes with like massive armors and fucking swords. And it's literally suicide. And you know it. You know you have no chance. But you still have to go. That's crazy. I'm just dying if I go there. And he's like, I don't give a shit. You have to listen to me. You're my knight. Get the fuck over there. The fuck?
must align with the ideals of loyalty and service, whether or not they align with your personal well-being. During wartime, life is not easy, not even for you. The romanticized image of knights on heroic quests is far from accurate. The reality is long, grueling campaigns across unforgiving terrain.
Damn.
If you haven't made a name for yourself yet, you ride for weeks through mud, rain, and snow, often sleeping on makeshift beds or ground with only a blanket. You wake up stiff, cold, and hungry. Depending on the circumstance, you'll be lucky to have food at all. Salted meat and hard bread make up most of your diet. And if supplies run low, you might be reduced to whatever scraps can be scavenged. Forget the feasts,
bro.
Those are rare. Bathing is a luxury you seldom enjoy. And lice and fleas.
Yeah, I know, bro. Back then, night stinks, bro. They stink. I mean, I saw that in movies, of course, but like, I mean, you can say though, movies are like fake as hell, but they kind of say the truth through the movie, no?
These are constant companions. There is no respite. The weight of your armor adds to the physical toll, and the exhaustion is relentless. Speaking of armor, a full suit of armor can weigh up to 60 pounds. And once you're suited up, you're well protected, but the armor still requires you to adjust how you move. Mounting your horse takes effort, and getting back on your feet after a fall can be challenging but not impossible. Knights trained rigorously to move effectively in armor, and they weren't as hindered as many people might imagine. In battle, the noise is deafening, shouting men, clashing metal, and the cries of the wounded. Visibility is limited through the visor, and the confusion makes it hard to distinguish friend from foe. Battles are chaos.
That's the problem. I never understand that. So it's group against group, right? But they fight. Boom. Look at my fingers. That's group. You cannot know what finger is from what. Well, now you can actually know, but like if you're like in a group against group and like you fighting and you're like a bunch of knights against a bunch of knights, you cannot know who the fuck is your teammate. I'm sure there are a bunch of knights that were in a combat against a whole army, and they probably like killed 2 of their teammates without knowing it. They just swing, bro, for surviving. Like actually, I'm sure that happens.
And brutal. You don't fight for glory, you fight to survive. And if you fall, there's a real chance you might be trampled beneath the chaos. It's not a noble dance. It's a desperate, terrifying melee. When you aren't fighting, you're managing your estate, or sometimes overseeing land granted to you by your lord. This might sound like a peaceful break, but it's filled with its own challenges. You're responsible for ensuring the obligations of the peasants are met, collecting taxes, and maintaining order, all under the watchful eyes of your lord.
Holy bro, you can never rust. You can never rust. Bro, when you're little, you get beaten up by a fucking wound sword until you learn how to dodge and fight. At your 14 years old, you have to serve a knight and save his ass every single time he's in trouble. Until you're 21. You're 21, you're a knight. Well, now you're fucked because now the food is fucked up. You can't take showers. You risk your life at every fucking war. You eat shit. The only thing you don't eat shit is meat. But then, if you don't have meat, you have hard bread. And if you don't have both of them, well, you eat some random shit on the fucking floor you found. Like, and once you're finally, like, at home, kind of, you have to pay taxes and make sure everything is good, all the taxes are paid, your village is good, your shit, bro, you cannot breathe. You cannot, your only time to breathe is when you're asleep. Damn.
Villagers come to you with their disputes, and you must play judge. Your decisions can make you loved or hated, but there's little time for empathy. Your lord expects results, and any failure to manage the estate properly reflects poorly on you. Life as a land manager is demanding. However, after experiencing both the good and the bad sides of knighthood, you may decide to train a page yourself. Taking on a page ensures the continuation of knightly tradition and allows you to pass on your hard-earned skills and lessons to the next generation. It's part of your duty to uphold these traditions, even if it means putting another young boy through the same rigorous journey you faced. At the end of the day, knighthood is about duty and sacrifice. There are moments of recognition, but they are rare. Exhaustion, danger, and a relentless sense of duty define your life. The legends may inspire, but the reality is one of hard toil, often thankless and demanding. Serving others above yourself comes at a great personal cost. If you are lucky, you will go peacefully in your own bed, surrounded by your loved ones. But for many knights, this is how it ends.
Yeah,
not in a blaze of glory, but in
because you have to think about it. If you're a knight and you do 20 fucking combats, 20 different wars, like, bro, if you continue above 20, the chances for you to die are so big in war. I would even say 50-50 or even more, you know, like, bro, your time is about to come. You did a lot of combats, your time is about to come, okay? You killed a lot of people. Your time is about to come, all right? You did a lot of fights. You survived too much, you know. There's like one day you just gonna have this thing, and now you're gonna just get shanked.
Silence. A life lived for others, with the hope that your sacrifice means something greater. This is the true cost of knighthood.
Shit, man. It's crazy. But it's crazy because, like, now you think about it, like, men back then, they were like young, they were all already tough men, you know? Like, bro was 14 years old. He already go to wars and just help his knights. Already at 14 years old. He just fucking survives fucking arrows and shit going through him because he have to save his knights who like is in big trouble. Like that's crazy. And if he doesn't save him, he get punished. And younger than 14, he get beaten up by a wooden sword every fucking day for him to train how to dodge and how to attack, so he can later give his life to the others to serve them. That's crazy. Imagine. So conclusion of the video, back then it was much more harder than now. I hope you liked the video, and if you didn't, I don't give a shit. Subscribe if you want to see more, and don't if you don't want to see more. Bye bye.